guys, and welcome back. After we have finished the span, there's one more thing we may need to do, which is organizing it. We have the join group. Let me Control H to head it, and then I can group it together. This is going to be named JT span GRP JT DRV span GRP. Okay. And then let me grab the IK and those two IK curves, group them together. It's gonna be the IK span GRP, and then let's grab that new group, the joint group, and then the controller group. Let's group them all together, and this one will be named span rig GRP. Okay. That's gonna be our span rig group. Let me parent that underneath Sophia rig, and a few things we can clean up will be, I don't really need to see those two, the IK handle, so head it, the cluster, and the curves. I don't need to see those either. Okay, all right. So now let's move on to the leg. Let me do the left side this time. Okay. So I'm gonna duplicate this joint chain twice. For the first one, I'm gonna modify, and I'm gonna go for modify search and replace name. Replace JT with JT underscore FK underscore DRV. The other one will be underscore IK underscore DRV. Okay. And I don't need that number. Alright. Now with those two selected, I can then group them together and call this one JT DRV. Left leg. Okay, and then shift P to parent out. All right. Now I have two new joint chains, and also I don't need the ball joint, so I only need 3 from side to knee to ankle. For the FK one, let me change their radius to make them bigger than the original binding joint. For the IK one, I'm also gonna make them bigger, even bigger, so now we can see all 3 joints. Alright, now let me start doing controls. Yeah, that's my code. Okay, so first of all, I'm gonna do the FK. For FK, just grab all the joint one by one. 1, 2, 3, and then run my controller code. That's gonna create 3 controllers for me, and then I'm gonna swap out or delete that DRV. So I'm gonna search for FK DRV, replace with FK. Apply. All right, so that's my FK controllers. I can then turn on component mode, so I can grab the vertices and rotate them. Right, so that's my side control. Let me also scale up the knee control and also the ankle control. Alright, and then to put them into their own hierarchy, it's gonna be ankle underneath knee and knee underneath thigh, just like what we did on the arm. And then to use those to control the driver joint, let me isolate both controller and FK driver joint. I can just select the controller first and then the joint, do a constraint orient, do the same thing for everyone, and that's gonna be my FK controllers or FK system. I think I can maybe drag that down. Alright, so it's easier to select. Alright, so that's the FK system. For the IK system, I need 2 controllers. For the ankle controller, I can duplicate the FK ankle, unparent that duplication, and let me go, actually just name it here, it's very easy to do, IK and IK here. And for this controller, I'm gonna reshape it by grabbing these vertices and drag them down. Maybe change the soft selection. Okay. Alright, so this is my IK controller, just having a different shape here. Okay. Alright, and then I need another one for the knee. I can borrow one from my arm, this guy here. Let me just go Control D to duplicate that group, Shift P to unparent it, and then I can rename it knee. And then to position it properly, I just need to go create that polygon triangle and then use normal axis and drag it out. Okay, and then grab that group of that new duplication, holding down V to snap it there. It's basically working now, but I don't want it to be tilted. So let me zero out all the rotations, and I don't want it to be arced inwards, so I can probably just use soft selection again to flip that. Alright, that's gonna be my last controller here for the IK. To control the IK joint chain, I can go create a IK handle using rotation plane, and that IK handle will be then renamed left leg. Okay, and the parent underneath the IK ankle controller. It's gonna allow me to control it, and eventually that IK knee control will be having a pull vector constraint. So select the controller first, and then that IK handle we just created to constrain pull vector. Okay, when you're done with all those setup, you should be able to grab all the, look at every individual joint you created, you duplicated, make sure that they're still all clean, so no value on the rotation. Cool. So now we have a FK system that is controlling a FK driver joint chain. We also have a IK system that is controlling a IK driver joint chain. So to actually use those two joint chains to control our binding joint, we need some node connection. Alright. So let me grab all my driver joints. That's FK and that is IK. Let me align them this way. And also my original binding joints, which are those three. Drag them into. Alright. To apply my control, I need to create a new node called blend color. Alright. Let me rename this one blend colors left side leg. Oh, actually it's side IK FK blend. Okay. And I also need to put in translate here, just in case, just to tell me that it's the translation. Let me duplicate it one more time, and this one will be renamed rotate. So I have two blend colors. Let me Control D to duplicate those two twice, So I have 3 pairs. The second pair will be for the, I should be the same side actually. Anyway, so this one is knee. This pair is for the knee. And the last pair is, of course, for the ankle. Delete that. Alright. Let me grab everything here and press P button to lock those things or pin them with that little icon there, so they will not move. And then I can start connecting things. The translation from the IK goes to color 1. Let me do that again. Okay. And then translation from the IK of the side goes to color 2. The result goes to the translation of the original bending joint, side bending joint. That's the translation. For rotation, it's the same thing, just connect rotations to the color 1 and color 2. Maya will create those 2 new nodes. Just pin them again after when they're being created, and then the result goes to the rotation of the side. So that's for the side, and for the knee it's the same thing. Let's grab the translation of the knee to color 1, translation of the IK and IK driver joint to color 1 and 2. The output goes to the translate. And then the rotation, let's do the same thing. So rotation here, actually this one, it's gonna go to color 1 here. The other guy goes to color 2. Okay, pin those 2, and then result goes to rotation. Pin this guy. Alright, eventually for the ankle, translate goes to color 1. The other translate goes to color 2. Result goes to the bending joint, and rotations 2. Oops. It's really small. Pin those 2. The result goes to rotation, and that's all you have to connect for the blend to work. Now if you go look at our joint, the bending joint, you see now it's between or in the middle between IK and IK. So they are now having 50% control of the bending joint. Alright, so I need a slider to control the blending. Let me duplicate my slider here of my arm, Control D and Shift P to unparent that duplication. And I need to search and replace name. I'm going to search for arm and replace with leg. Okay. And then I don't need that parent constraint duplicated. Alright. Now let me match it to my knee bending joint by doing match transformation, match all transform. And then I can drag it out and make it bigger again. And then to make it follow, just grab the knee bending joint and then Control select the group of that slider. Let's do a parent constraint. That's gonna make it follow. Alright, so now it's following it. Okay, let's go back to our graph. Don't really need to see all those things. Let me grab in my slider. Don't need to see its shape. So this slider will be used to control the blend value, but I cannot use the translate X right away because that's gonna flip the IKFK's input. When the slider is 1, here on my arm, it's IK. So I want IK to take over, meaning this value should be 0 instead of 1. So I need a reversed version of that translate X. Let me create that reverse and call this reverse left leg IK blend. Okay. Connect translate X of my slider to input X. The output X goes to the blend of all 6 blend color nodes to the blender. Let me check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Now if you go back to the graph, you see now it's IK mode. I can then drag that to FK. IK blending is done. Alright. Now one more thing we want to do is of course controlling their visibility. Let me check my controllers. I have 3 groups for the controllers. One is the FK group. Another 2 are the IK controllers. Let me group those 2 together, those 2 IK. AC left IK lag GRP. Alright. Let me it's already in here. And let me also drag my FK in here. Okay. So the translate X will control the visibility of IK, and the reversed value goes to the FK's visibility. Oh, you know what? I think I got it. Oh, yeah, I have it. Okay, cool. So now we have the visibility control. And that's basically everything, actually. So now we have a IK system working. And when I drag that slider all the way up, I'm going to FK, and FK is working too. Alright. Let me zero out my controllers. Oh, my IK, I forget to use my IK to do OR constraint on the IK driver joint. Let's do that. Okay, that should be it. Alright, so now IK and FK are all done. Let me finish the organization then. First of all, we don't need to see the joints, so let me Control H to hit those driver joints. And then we can probably just go select all the AC groups and group them together and call this AC left leg GRP. Actually, let me rename this add GRP to the end of that JT, and then group it together left leg rig GRP. And that's everything we have to do organization wise. Let me parent that underneath Sophia rig. Now one more thing we have to do is of course make it follow the upper stream, because right now when we rotate it, the controller doesn't do anything. And also the IK here, or the FK controller, if you look at it, it doesn't follow either. Right. So to make it follow, we need to do 2 constraints. One constraint will be coming from our AC hip applied on the group of the driver joints. So controller first, and then that driver joint group, which has both driver joints, constraint parent. Another constraint will be coming from the same controller on the FK controllers group, constraint parent. Now the reason we don't do that on the IKs is because that we actually need the IK to be independent from the system. That's the whole point of having that IK. Okay. Alright, so now everything is basically working. And you see that doesn't take that much time. If you look at my time here, it takes me 20 minutes to do everything. So if you're really focused, you should be able to finish really quick. Okay, so again, the assignment will be do the same thing on the other side, and in the next class we'll be working on the foot. Okay, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next tutorial.